Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Well, that shaman run got a little rough at the end. I want to just go through, have fun, play a light, breezy, basic run and blow through things, and I'm going to go with the Druid. I played it slightly less recently than Rogue, and I only got the two choices, of course. At some point, I am going to have to do a run for some kind of dubious shadow class in the arena, just for my basics videos, but for now, gotta relax. A little bit of time here, and then I gotta get back to work on Tales from my D&D campaign. So, you require pirates, you require murlocs, you require friggin' awesomeness, because guess what? He's free if you're down to 10 hit points. He's only 5 mana for an 8/8 if you're at 15. Your hit points are going to go down in a game. If your hit points do not go down in the course of the game, you're probably doing okay. Molten Giants are awesome. I've been playing with them a lot lately in Constructed. I love them. They are my friends. Mana Wraith, nah. I never liked them that much. I mean, I guess you could try and make a stally sort of deck with that, but nah. Violet Teacher or the Kodo? I think the Teacher's probably better in practice, but I don't know how many spells I'm going to get, and I think the Kodo is very strong in the arena, even though I don't like it that much. We're going to go Kodo. Savagery, this is pretty mad. This is no shield bash. This damage equal to your hero's attack to a minion. So what this is like, Druids have all these cards that pump up their attack for one turn. Well, that's a temporary pump to your attack, and they're usually pretty efficient, like Claw and stuff like that. But, and you can combo them with your ability, but this lets you get a second attack, and you don't take the damage from the enemy minion. Right? This lets you pump up your attack a whole bunch, pay 1 extra mana to smash a minion without blowback, and then make your actual attack on the hero or the minions or whatever. But I don't really like that. It's too combo-y and dubious. It's often going to be like 1 or 3 damage or something. It's not really. I mean, you could play with 2 bites. If they're rare in the arena, it's not going to work. Mana Addict requires a lot of spells. I've had some games where I tried these out, and if you get them early in the game, especially if you get the pair of them in a constructed deck, you can do some crazy early wins, but I don't find them very reliable. I find they're kind of Sunfury Protector is awesome, though. Bonus rare. Bodyguard's okay. Soul of Forest is friggin' weird. I still don't like it very much. We're going to take an Innervate, because it gives me some chance to do something crazy. Like play a second or third turn Venture Co-Mercenary, maybe. That's tempting, but I'm hoping I can get some other fat that doesn't have all these drawbacks. I'm going to take the Shattered Sun Cleric, because she's pretty awesome. You are a form of fat that I endorse. I like you. If I have this, maybe as another incentive to start taking some more tokeny sort of cards. Moonfire is just too weak. The Tiger is also good, but nah, we'll go with that. You're just a little bit like, if he was a 5/6, I would like him so much better, because guess what? Whether it's 5 or 6 attack, he's going to kill almost anything that attacks him, which is what you want out of a Taunter. The next thing you want out of a Taunter, and possibly even more than that, is survivability. So if he was a 5/6, he'd be better. If he was actually a 4/7 taunt for 6, would be pretty kick-ass. Which is strange, because I don't like the 3/6 for 5. Yeah, +1/+1 makes him a lot better. Yeah. Anyway, don't have weapons. Dark Iron Dwarf is pretty awesome. You can use him to make a weenie kill something big. You can just get more damage. I don't want to go too heavy on the Innervates. I want more cards, and guess what? This is going to give me more cards, so kind of answers itself, that particular row. We don't like you. I have a little bit of tolerance for her in a Shaman arena deck, because the Shaman can have a bunch of ways to boost her. There are fewer ways if you're not a Shaman, usually, or a Paladin or something, so I have no real use for her. You're super awesome. These are all very good. I already have one Sun Fury. If I had another one, though, I could count on that. That means I could start taking weird things that are only good if you have Sun Furies. On the other hand, the Azure Drake will draw me a card. I gotta take the card drawing in the arena here. I'm not picking you by accident again. Not picking you. I like the Dark Iron Dwarf, so that's pretty straightforward. Interesting. So we have the Suicide Bomber. It's not suicide for him, it's suicide for me, usually. the overpriced crap stat commando. If he was a 2/4, I would probably take him, but no, he's not good. I'm a druid. I should be able to get the rare guy who's like just 3 times as good as him. Between costing less, better stat distribution, and having another option for his ability, as if 2 damage wasn't an awesome enough ability for a 4-mana creature, but whatever. We'll take the Frost Elemental. It's kind of fat. It can freeze something. It's fine. Your 4/7 spell damage, I'd rather have a 4/7 taunt. It makes a... I said the 4/7 taunt would be awesome. I stand by that. The 4/7 spell damage, I'd rather have a cheap spell damage creature. So, Farseer is pretty good. Shattered Sun Cleric, I don't have that many weenies yet, but Shattered Sun is still pretty good. There's a lot of buffing that can go on. I'm going to mix it up and take the Farseer. I think my deck is looking a little on the slow side right now, and Farseers are good in slower decks. Get a little bit of life back. So I could get another card drawing. I could get a weenie, trying to actually speed up my deck, which would not be bad. Mark of Nature is strong. Because the +4 attack is a very strong tool. I mean, if you are somehow have the board clear and you have a minion out, you can turn it into a, like, brutal attacker and just get a ton of damage on your opponent. But more likely you're using it for +4 health and taunt, and that's still pretty strong. That turns anything into quite a good taunt creature. I don't know, though. It always just doesn't quite seem to work out. You know what? I'm going to have a lot of minions. Having another modifier for a minion might be good. But then again, I have minions that modify minions, too. And you could just draw me another card. You know what? You're going to draw me another card. Whatever. I should probably start getting some cheaper guys, though. So, although the Cult Master is awesome, I don't have enough cheap guys yet. I don't feel like I'm supporting him. I'd rather have the Wolf Rider to kill things, because I got nothing that kills things, and he's cheaper. Mark of the Wild. I like that better than the other one. Even though the other one does both things better, this thing does both things at once, and cheaper, and I like the cheaper. But it's up against the not as bad as I used to think, like just surprise damage finisher card, and a brutal giant amazing ogre for smashing things. You know what? In the arena, I think I want the ogre smash. You are just too weak to be of any value. Cult Master versus Brewmaster. They are both masters for a reason. I have a lot of Battlecry stuff that I could get reused with him. So that's some interesting potential there. Although it's not really cheap Battlecry stuff. Most of the time you got to pay something for Battlecry. Cult Master can do crazy good stuff, but it's harder to get those circumstances sometimes. I'm going to take the Brewmaster. My deck is looking very fat. I'll maybe stick with that. Oh, and we got to take a Yeti. No, need a Yeti. I do need to get some cheaper minions, though. Oh, I want cheaper minions. Fairy Dragon would be perfect, but I'd be passing up a Druid of the Claw, who is a death machine. I've got all these neutral cards so far. Now I get like a Druid card that is really good. I think I need the Fairy Dragons more. He's so awesome, though. He has surprise damage and super taunt, and just good for the mana either way. Ah, damn it, my deck's going to be too slow and die if I don't start taking cheaper things. I'm 2/3 of the way through. I'm going to take him anyway. Okay, so Angry Chicken is obviously not in the running. Keeper of the Grove is amazing. It gives me another minion. Starfall would be area damage, which I don't have any of, and a big single target damage. Like, these guys are both very good removal. I think I need the Starfall more, especially since my deck is slow. On the other hand, he comes out 4th turn and kills something that's very strong. Later in the game, he can still do something and also be a minion. Damn it. Oh, man. I wish this would put, like, useful counts. First off, they need to number these. Secondly, they need to tell you how many spells you have, how many minions you have, weapons, etc. So, I have hardly any spells at all, which means minions, there's a certain limit, like, they don't do things right away. Except he does. Oh, damn it. He does do something right away. I'm going to take him because he's awesome. I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. My deck is so slow, I can't afford him. I actually have to take one of these. I used to poo-poo the Claw. I didn't like it very much. Mostly it's because I see how people use it, and a lot of people, especially in the arena, use it stupidly. First turn, pay 1 mana, Claw your opponent. That's an utter waste of a card. You're gaining so little from it. You will get just as much stat-wise for 1 mana that you have lying around later in the game. There's no reason to cast this first turn if you're going first, and there's no reason to cast this pretty much any time unless you're killing something or your opponent is near death. So Shield Bearer could also help me buy time, and I have a bunch of guys to boost him. You know what? The Claw would be really good, because the Claw is 1 mana, do 2 damage, and like kill something for 2 damage, or 3 mana, because you only get to attack once anyway, so 3 mana would be use this and Shapeshift to get 3 armor and 3 attack. So it's kind of flexible that way. That's what makes it actually good, not the first turn miss, which is stupid. But the Shield Bearer would be another target for the Shattered Sun Clerics. Oh, man. I think I need the Claw more. I just don't have enough stuff that kills things. I really don't. Savage Roar is like one of the best cards, but I don't have that many minions. I've got tons of minions. Okay, correction. I have tons of minions. I don't have many weenies, and I don't have things that generate a lot of minions, like tokens. Mark of the Wild would help me turn one of my existing minions to something good, but I think I actually need the River Croc more. I need to balance out, like, look at this. 0, 1, 2, 2. I only have 4 cards that cost less than 3 mana. I actually need the River Croc. This is the position I got in myself to do with the choices I made earlier. So, Stranglethorn Tiger, you're cool and all. I don't have good ways to buff these guys, but I am going to take the Worgen, because I need the cheapness. You have good cheapness. This is my... No, it's not my last card. This is a bonus rare. Sunwalker is a little different because he's so tanky and... No, I need the Pyromancer. Even though I don't have many spells, maybe I can get some more spells. I have virtually no spells, but he's still a 3-2 for 2, and that's the thing. And my opponent's going to treat him as a high priority. As long as I know that I'm not going to get any spells for him, I just treat him as a raptor, he'll draw all kinds of aggro. So... right now, I can't afford these big expensive things. I need more cheap things, and he seems like a good choice. Swipe I need. I'd like cheap minions, but swipe is better. Swipe. So more swipe. And I still want cheap minions. I do have a lot of minions overall, and this does let me do an attack too as well. Like, it is a finishing card. It's just I question how much I'm going to have out at any given time. I'm just going to kind of play like 1 minion every turn till very late in the game, probably. I think... No, I'm going to take the Savage Roar anyway. I don't know. It can trigger off the Pyromancer. Who knows? Speaking of which, this is another spell for the Pyromancer. It's also another cheap minion. I should probably take the Farseer, actually, because for the healing, but whatever. And, no, I am still taking cheap things right now. I have a reasonable amount of 3-cost things, and maybe I can hold the line there at 3 cost. So as much as I'd like to get this guy, he's very efficient, he would do well with the Roar, but no, Shattered Sun Cleric. Okay, I'm going to take you for surprise damage. These guys are not blowing me away with how awesome they are. She could, like, kill someone at the end of the game. I do want a cheap thing, and oh man, I have such expensive guys that if you could... getting this running for a couple turns would make a huge difference, but... she's just going to die. But is that okay? It's probably okay, but you know what? I really would like to have another area of effect spell. So I'm going to take this anyway, even though it's probably dumb. This deck has a lot of strong things, but I feel like it's too slow, and it doesn't have enough removal. It's going to be another one of those situations where it feels like all the cards in my hand are strong, fat things, and I can't play enough of them to recover the momentum. Because when your hand is full of fat things, unless they're like fire elementals, they're not usually killing enough when they come into play to actually recover when you're being badly outnumbered. So I don't know. I did get a swipe. I did get 1 Starfall. I've got the Pyromancer. I actually have a few I have about 4 spells I could use to trigger him off now. So we're going to get rid of the Frost Elemental. We're going to keep these other guys because we know how goddamn slow my deck is. I'm unlikely to get fast. If I pitch the Yeti, I'm unlikely to get another cheaper card. I might as well have this strong 4th turn play.
Hello.
Goodbye. So, I could coin out a Pyromancer, that seems stupid. It'll die fast against the Mage. I mean, if necessary, I can play the Pyromancer and then use a coin to AoE things. I don't see that really coming up, but you never know. Maybe with the Raging Worgen out, that'd be cool. What's she gonna do? Shoot me and play some stuff. Okay, that's annoying. Excuse me. Okay, I'm just gonna play the Pyro. I mean, I could have coined out the Worgen and he dies. What good does that do? This guy should also die, but he didn't cost me a coin, and she definitely wants to kill him. Yeah, not leaving him alive, that's for sure. Okay, so now, that's interesting, because that might actually save my Yeti's butt later on. I'm definitely going to coin out the Yeti. We know he's the powerhouse here. He's probably going to die, because this plus any other 2 damage would finish him. And it's probably worth creating a Knife Juggler for. In fact, if she plays another minion first, you might get a free damage on him. Like that. No, she's not doing that right away. Interesting. Let's look at options. So, I could kill that, and then play the Farseer and heal the Yeti back up to 4/4. Which would still die from this plus that, but I would also have the Farseer out. I kind of like that play. It's going to take her a lot of effort, or else I'll end up with something at the end of this, hopefully. If I end up with something, I can maybe Sun Fury Protector it to protect the Raging Worgen. It probably won't work out, but it might be a worthwhile gamble. Ah, damn it. Now you're using healing tricks. That's just cheap. Alright, so that's not good. Yeah, that works out very poorly for me, actually. I mean, I could Starfall and blow up one of them. I could Starfall them both for 2, but he'd be a 3/3, she'd be a 4/3. It really wouldn't help me out that much. He could kill that and then be frozen and then get shot. But my other plan doesn't work out either. Like, this guy's freezing ability is pretty obnoxious. I don't know, it's probably dumb, but I think the best thing I can do is going to be Starfall the biggest one. And then I'm just going to hit her. I'm not going to spend my attack getting my guy frozen and not killing it. Not a good situation, no. I'll get this big slow sort of hand. Next turn I can freeze something if I have to. The Yeti's toast, though. Even if it's just boom, boom. That would leave her 4 mana to play something else. And of course this is still alive. Just all kinds of no good. Oh, now it's going to get all those hit points back. That seems efficient. I think I'm just going to freeze him. The 5/5 is a decent size, and I have the potential to Sun Fury it next turn. Again, I'm looking for a way to protect this guy, even though he's never going to work out. She's playing all fat stuff, too. The swipe. The swipe. Wow. Because if I swipe this, it just dies, and it weakens him a little bit. That leaves me 3 mana. I could still Sun Fury him, or that doesn't help me much, because he's probably just going to kill it anyway. But I could also put out the Worgen, he might have to use that to kill the Worgen. Oh, it's just very interesting. I don't know. I think this is probably the best thing I can do. If I had one more mana, it'd be awesome, because I could just play him, buff this, and kill that. I mean, I guess I could attack with this, and then Kung Fu that, and just leave the board totally clear. I don't know if that's to my advantage or not. But I don't have a good way to finish him if he just takes 3 from killing us. You know what? I think it's actually to my advantage to clear the board, as insane as it seems. It hurts. Board's cleared. We have about the same number of cards. I'm a little bit lower on hit points, but hopefully she's going to run out of giant fat things. Don't hold your breath. Oh, man. I don't know. I agree. What you up to? I know, you want to concede the game. Obviously I've won. That's a very good move. A very brave suggestion of you. Just surrender now, save everyone some time.
I wonder.
Or maybe she's going to do the opposite of saving everyone time. Maybe she's decided to switch to the timeout game. I don't think so. I think that she's got a lot of cards in her hand. It's probably a difficult choice. I spend a lot of time thinking about my hands, so fair enough.
What to do?
So, I mean, next turn I could play this and this. Seems like a pretty stupid play, but I could. Play him and him. I'd be wasting his ability. Eddie is strong. Oh, that is like a really strong lineup. What am I going to do about that shit? Not much. Really doesn't work out well. I think the best thing I can do might just be to play this guy and +1/+1 him, because a 5/5 would do okay against them. It would weaken this significantly to kill it. Actually, this guy would only hit it for 3, so he wouldn't even do that much. It'd kill the Yeti. It would take a lot of effort to get through a 5/5, and I still have a 3/2 out there. Can't use my mana very effectively no matter what I do. This could kill the Yeti, but I'd only have 2 mana left to do other stuff. It wouldn't benefit me that much. Could play him, her, and Sun Fury. So I could have a 4/4 Raging Worgen, and I could give Taunt to her, but it... Water Elemental kills her, and then this kills my 4/4 Raging Worgen. He doesn't get to do anything, so no. We're just going to go with plan 5/5 mode. Waste his Dark Iron ability, but at least it gives me some kind of an army. Doesn't even survive a Flame Strike, though. She could go Flame Strike, shoot him for 1, because she has 9 mana now, and then just beat my face in. And at that point, I'm going to be in trouble. At this point, I should be saving her for this, because probably not too far off this guy's casting cost being reduced to not only castable levels, but cheap levels. Which is kind of what he's for. He's like the surprise, boom. Did I take the second protector? I don't even remember. Probably not. Would be good with him. Aw, damn it! Stupid enemy Dark Iron assness. Keeper of the Grove isn't going to help me that much in this situation. I mean, I could Kung Fu and Keeper that guy, and I'd have a 2/4 and 3 mana left, and it's not going to do much. Man. This lineup is really rough for me. I'm just going to have to live with this guy not doing anything, because he's not going to do anything. I think this, and Kung Fu that is probably my best play right now. Because at least it gets rid of one thing. Silencing doesn't help too much. Doing 2 damage to one of these guys would make it much easier to kill him with him or something else, but I think it's too risky. She's already demonstrated she likes healing cards. And it just isn't taking any damage off the board, whereas if I go to all that effort and kill this guy, at least it's taking damage off the board. I do want to save her for this. I don't think it's worth giving taunt to the Keeper of the Grove. No, he's not going to stop anything, so yeah. You can tell from this play that my situation is not as good as hers. The fact that I'm willing to do that and end up with a crappier army, just 100% crappier. Even with all battle cries used, I've got trash compared to her guys. So go boom, boom. Do whatever she wants with 10 mana and more cards than me.
Let the pain speak to me.
Way more cards than me. Shoot him, yeah. Ugh.
My shield for Argon.
Oh, joyous. Because, you know, I was too close to coming back. You know, I wasn't. So I could play him now barely. That's just kind of silly. We're going to play this and see what I get. Not the right thing is what I get. I'm in such a bad position now, I'm starting to wonder if I should just use her to kill that. Yeah, it's not good. I can't Kung Fu anything, I gotta remember that, because it'll let me use the ability, because I could plausibly want to just gain the armor if I had mana left over, but playing this doesn't help me very much. I could play this, give them both taunt, and they can still be dealt with pretty easily. Boom, boom. They would stop a lot of stuff, but then I wouldn't be able to give taunt to this guy. And of course they wouldn't stop a lot of stuff if there was a flame strike or something. No, I'm just gonna have to waste her on this. So spell power gone, which is a minor concern, but it's also another large taunt creature gone. Now this guy's not big enough to kill her. Oh, now he is. Or he could do that. Of course, just drawing more cards, not even worth shooting me. Yeah. I'm just so dead. Not enough card drawing. Ow. She's probably got a polymorph by now. I really can't afford to Kung Fu him. It's insane. Well, I mean, if I claw and shapeshift, that's 3 mana. I would only take 3 damage from it. I'd be at 8, which is pretty easily killable territory anyway. This guy would become free. So I could play him, give taunt to these two. Kill her, I guess, and I could play everything, but I'd be at 8. I would probably just die. You know what? I might have to do that anyway, because this is going to do too much damage to my Molten Giant. Okay. And this guy can't kill it on his own anyway, so do something.
Shield up. Mind if I roll me? Hey, give me a minute.
If she polymorphs this, then I really don't have much going on. There are a ton of things she could do to be game over. Flame Strike would be game over. Polymorph would be game over. Like, not necessarily kill me this turn game over, but there's no way I would recover. I kind of need to get a lot out of the stuff I have in play now because I have no cards, and she has lots of cards and more health, and
We must cleanse the sun.
I'm gonna get an even more card from him. Okay, so boom, boom. Yep. Okay, what can I do? He can already kill her. Which is about as good as I can get. Neither of them is going to be big enough to kill him. If I buff her, she could kill her and survive, but get shot next turn. Doesn't really help that much. Okay, step one, I'm going to use him to kill her. I'm probably going to Kung Fu this guy. It's only 1 damage. Let's see what I draw, because that might help. Okay. Like now I can kill him, play this, return this to my hand. That's 4. I'd still have 6 mana left. I could still play them both. Okay.
I got this.
I'll put it on your tab.
We must cleanse the Sunwell. Shield up!
That's about the most I could have got out of that turn. Maybe there's some better way I could have done this. I mean, I wish she could have buffed herself. So either side would be able to kill him, but that was a good turn. Now let's see what all these cards do to thwart me, because I can't imagine I'm actually going to come back from this. Oh boy. Wow, that's a lot of fairy dragons.
Someday I'll be just like you.
So her hand was full of weenies. Unfortunately, I've already used my Starfall and my Swipe, so I just don't have Aerial Trap spell to kill him, but that worked out relatively okay as far as things could have gone. I wish he could buff my attack instead. Yes, we're going to attack through with her, hoping her taunt does something. I'm going to kill this one. I don't think the spell cost is going to matter, but I'm going to kill her anyway because I'm killing one of them. I need to reduce the amount of damage on the table. And I don't have that many things that are going to target the fairy dragons from my hand. I don't see that being a problem. I might have battle cries, but their ability won't stop battle cries. Like, I'm just not going to draw spells that single target blow them up. I don't have them. Oh, man. It's crazy how this is seemingly equalized, but I still don't think I'm winning. It's nice that most of her hand was 2-mana minions, because I was much more worried about it. That's probably going to kill me. I don't think I have the wherewithal to stop that. That's not going to help. Yeah, there's literally no way I can survive now. I armor for 1, I get up to 6 health. That's 7 health. I mean, it's not even close. So, yeah.
Done.
Oh well. I think my deck's too slow. You can go ahead and win. There's not a lot of point to being showy here. I have been crushed. Okay. She drew way too many cards. Alright, so off to an inauspicious start again. I think, did this happen the last time I made a Druid deck? I don't know, I've got too many minions, not enough good, like, cheap stuff, and not enough, like, spells. But we'll see if I can pull ahead a little bit next time.
Show some love to the like button.
And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.